In this video, we're going to be doing a deep dive into this pair of boots from CASWELL Boot Company. We're going to be taking this pair completely down, showing you guys how they're constructed, the materials that they use, and just their overall recraftability. So stick along. Now, before I dive into this, I want to make a quick disclaimer. While these boots were gifted to me for this review, I am not getting paid to show you guys this stuff. So these boots could be awesome or they could be complete trash. We're going to find out together.
All right, so this is the Shaw model. Caswell offers several different models, and they offer two basic lines: your ready to wear and your made to order. This is one of the ready to wear models. We got a nice gusseted tongue. It's a beautiful, beautiful boot, fully leather lined, and they have a half sock liner in here with a nice gold, beautiful Caswell stamp on it. So we're going to get right into breaking these things down. This is the Vibram Laundra sole in brown. It's a great sole. It's similar to the Ridgeway sole by Day and Night. Very grippy, very low profile, beautiful rubber sole to have on a boot. It looks like here they have a couple of small nails, just kind of keeping that top lift on. Not really necessary, but more the merrier. And peeling up this heel base, we'll see that every layer is actually leather. So you have a true stacked leather heel base on this boot. And if you look closely, you'll see these nails popping up. So they nail the heel base onto the boot from the inside of the boot, which we'll get into a little bit later. But right now I'm going to cut them down so they don't cut me as I work on the boot. Now, in order to get this sole off easily, I'm going to sand these stitches down. It'll just break the lock and allow me to peel this sole up. All right, so there's the soles off the boot. We got a nice leather midsole here. We're going to work on getting that off next. Now I am replacing the welts on this build, so I'm removing the welts, so pulling this stitch isn't really necessary, but it's a lot of fun. It is nice to see this boot is 360-degree Goodyear welted, which makes it really easy to recraft over and over again. And inside here you see you got a nice thick cork filler, which will conform to your foot and give you plenty of cushion. So now I'm going to peel this heel pad up. They do have some padding, that's just this black material here underneath, to get to these nails. Now, at first glance, it looks like there is no shank in this boot, but we will come to find out that they hid the shank here in a bit. A lot of times this cord can be real tricky to get out of here. We're going to get it all out of our way so that we can pull this welt off. Just like most, the welt is put on with a machine, and it does a chain stitch. So once you get one of these stitches loose, you should be able to just pull the rest of the welt off pretty simply. As you can see, it's all just one continuous thread, which creates the chain stitch. Alright, now we're going to separate this upper from the gemming. The gemming is this white canvas ribbing that you see going around the outside of this insole. And you can see you got all these little staples in here. That's part of the production. They stapled the upper to that gemming right before they stitch the welt on. Kind of keeps everything together. These staples are a complete pain in my ass. They fold in backwards. They don't let loose very easily. They cut you even easier. So just enjoy watching me struggle get this footbed out. Try a different tool maybe. Go about this a different way. There we go. And there we go. All right, so you have a full veg tan leather insole. You have a canvas gemming around the outside, which is really nice. The leather insole like this will also conform to your foot. And this, they use a pretty thin one, which just makes it easier to break these boots in. We do have a shank inside, so you get... So we're going to get in underneath this canvas to find the shank. We'll put a little bit of this cement thinner on here to loosen up any of the adhesives so I can wiggle my tool under here and see what we got. And you see as I peel this back, you'll start to see that metal shank in there. It's a single ribbed metal shank, not super overbuilt, but again, this is more of a casual dressier type boot. You really don't need a 3-rib overbuilt shank. All right, we're going to peel open this liner, see what kind of toe structure we have. And it seems to be Celastic. So we have a Celastic toe puff in there that just kind of helps keep that toe shape. And in the heel, we will find that it is not Celastic. It's leather board, more or less, which is good. I like that over elastic. Not as good as a true leather heel counter, but definitely a lot stiffer and more moldable than a Celastic heel counter. So this was really cool and cool to see on this boot.
Okay, so there we have it, completely broken down. I want to talk to you a little bit about the recraftability of a boot like this. Because it's Goodyear welted, it's one of our favorite types of construction to recraft. It just makes it so much easier for us as cobblers to be able to resole these things. Using all leather, they have a leather liner, the leather upper, and that leather insole with the steel shank. There's not a whole lot that we have to replace, and there's not a whole lot that will get damaged during a repair. So that makes this boot entirely recraftable. So if you guys want to see me try to put these things back together, subscribe.